If you haven't checked it out already, this week's review was Revenge of the Fallen Demolisher. It would mean a lot if you checked out that video. So, TFNation happened this last weekend, and I finally got to go! Yay! It's not my first ever convention. Upon reflection, I've been running this idea that it has been my first, but I went to a Science of the Time Lords thing for Doctor Who a few years ago at the Leicester Space Centre. That technically was a convention, so this is my second ever one. I'm doing this video kind of a replacement for that botched attempt at a live stream on Sunday, because I thought, oh, Travelodge, its Wi-Fi is going to be good, not like my pile of rubbish here. Nope. It's even worse. TFNation was a blast. I only went for one day on Sunday. Nobody said hello. You know what irks me even more? I know other YouTubers were there, and I didn't see any of them. God damn it. I know Few was there, I know Diamond Bolt was there, I know that toy guy was there, I know Paper Plane was there. How did I not find any of them? Well, I swear to God I found that toy guy. There was someone who looked extraordinarily like him. I met David Soberloff though. That's something, at least. Which makes up for me not having the courage to speak to any of the classic doctors at that Science of the Time Lords convention that I mentioned earlier. I actually spoke to a voice actor this time. Well, hey. Here's the footage of me speaking to David Soberloff. Hello, David.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good to see you.
Are you enjoying the convention?
I am, thank you.
Good.
Are you having fun?
I am. It's my first time at any convention, period.
Yeah, the first time people have a lot of fun. It's just so weird. They're not used to it.
Yeah.
It's a whole new world in here.
Literally being in here is like a dream, seeing all of this.
Oh, it's great.
It's surreal.
A good dream, I hope.
A very good dream. So much so that I didn't get any sleep last night because of it.
A lot of people didn't.
Yeah. I do have that for you,
Yes.
and I thought it would be funny. We've all been supplied these postcards. If you would mind signing Shockwaves, because of course
Sure.
you played him in Prime.
You bet.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Have a great rest of the convention. So yeah, I made a bit of a quick exit because I didn't want to be a nuisance and didn't want to take up any more of his precious time, but still, that's something. And, you know, I got the postcard here, signed. This is legit. You've just seen the footage of him signing it. I'm just going to play footage from the convention and enjoy. Good morning, everyone. It is TFNation Day. Well, technically speaking, it's day 3 of TFNation, but it's day 1 for me. I could only get here for the last day, which I'm a little bit bummed about, but, you know, work commitments and all of that just means that I can only get down here. So I am in Birmingham, stashed up in a Travelodge at the minute, and what time of day is it? It is... I can't see. It's in the 6th hour of the day, let's just say that. And I am ready and raring to go after a restless night. I mean, I'm an insomniac by trait, but bloody hell, this was ridiculous last night. I think my anticipation for today is so powerful that it's actually stopping me sleeping. Fun! But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this, and we have some breakfast very shortly. And then I've got to really decide between Uber or train, because I've had a look at the rota for today, and the Trader Hall, which is the thing that I'm most interested in, doesn't open until 10 o'clock. Which surprised me because I honestly thought it was opening probably around about 9. I know registration is from 8:20. There is a lot of me that wants to get there as soon as I possibly can because I anticipate the line is going to be horrifically long. I've not seen many photos or footage of the last 2 days, so I actually don't know, but it's bound to be long. It's a convention, it's going to be long. So, I know registration starts at 8:20. I know that there is like an introductory panel, for lack of a better term, at 9 o'clock. And then between 9 and 10, they record it like a chill kind of hour in anticipation of the Trader Hall opening. I don't know what that is, it's just people hanging out in the lobby, I suppose. This determines how much I can get today. I need to fill this rucksack. Well, this is my limit anyway. Worst case scenario, I can turn to my suitcase here, my mini 20-inch suitcase, this handy dandy new thing that I've bought especially for this trip, with lots of opening and closing stuff, but better pack is the primary objective here. So what do we think? Half a dozen deluxes? Maybe half a dozen Voyagers? Something like that? If they were loose, absolutely. Boxed ones, that's going to be a little bit more tricky. Okay, so we've made it to the Hilton. We're just going to try and find the King's Suite now. Lady of the reception said it's all the way down the corridor and on the left. So hopefully we'll find it all right. First display case, loads of concept drawings and G2 stuff. Interesting, oh, some actual G2 figures. US releases by the looks of it. I don't recognise any of the characters. Stormtroopers, it's a Star Wars reference. Interesting. And then prototypes. Takara draw sheets. Cool stuff. Lots and lots and lots of cool stuff. Machine Wars. Nice. We are going into the trader hall. Holy crap. Look at this. Wow. Oh, so what have we got here? Looks like some third party stuff. Oh. I'm going to beeline for this immediately. Okay, Dark of the Moon, oh my god. What have we got here? Top spin, specialist ratchet. That's the Cyberverse stuff. I mean, I see Dark of the Moon and I'm like, oh yes, I'm here. Oh, it's a Dark Steel though. Oh, that's tempting. Actually, that is legit tempting, Dark Steel. There's a Jazz behind, that's a redeco of the first movie one. And a Starscream. So that's the Dark of the Moon Sideswipe mould. Ooh. That's interesting.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine, don't worry.
I'm trying to find Non-Left Productions. Have anyone seen them?
No, they're not. That's the pack I have. That's the first movie pack I ever got. Wow. You got like a Bumblebee Evolution sort of thing going on there. Damn. Omega Supreme. I want to find loose figures first. Let's try and find loose stuff. There's some Armada. Ooh! First edition Cliff Jump. What have we got?
Pull up the stickers.
There's stuff here.
Stickers and regret.
Stickers and regret,
Okay, ooh, little accessories. Interesting. Load of Marvel graphic novels. Some interesting ones down here. There's an Armada Sideways redeco. There's a classic stuff. You've got two nice scavengers at the back. A Voyager class and a John Megatron. That's interesting. The Classics Frost going there for about 25. That's not too bad. I would like it cheaper. There's an Energon Optimus there. Not too bad. Oh my god, a lot of movie stuff. Holy.
Have you ever heard one before?
Yes.
That's the one where I saw it.
All G1 figures. It's a loose G1.
triplexes. Lockdown his drums. Got him. Cybertron downshift. Armada red alert. Good God. It's an evac repaint. Come on, how are you? Look at this stuff. That's the new mainline Voyager Prime. What have we got in here? Loads of all spark power stuff. Oh, cliff jumper. 30 quid though, that is a bit... I know they're old and they're in mint condition, but still, I don't know if the deluxe is worth that much. And here we got... This is something to Decepticons?
Got no reply
Yeah.
from 70, thinking it was a 50. So like, I don't even know where the rest of them are. I
Interesting.
always see you.
Something else I meant to capture earlier. We are here in front of Pay and Demand Toys store, and you can see right there the Legacy Armada Prime. I wish I could see that thing in person, but still, it's crazy actually just seeing the box alone to know that it actually exists. If we skirt round, there's some Rise of the Beasts, like Leader, Ultimate, Primal thingy. And I did contemplate picking this up. Now this is notoriously the mould that the Legacy Prime RC inhabited, and it's a controversial mould because it doesn't suit the Prime RC in the slightest. However, it has been reused for characters like Road Rocket, and as you can see here, Laser Cycle. That's a bit of a rubbish name, honestly, but I was tempted. I'm not going to though, because I like the Road Rocket one better, and you can get it cheap on places like eBay. I also contemplated Knockout, who is there. He looks better in person.
No, those are.
Some Voyager class Seekers. There's a Dread Ring. Crazy to think that's out already. That's the back of the Prime box. Look at that. Look at that. What a phenomenal figure, but it's just too pricey for me. Some Skyquakes as well, which is the original Dread Ring. Some Revenge of the Fallen peg warmers here. So we've got a Lockdown. We've got an RC, that's a bad figure. We've got a Chromia, that's a bad figure. And we've got an Elita 1, which is just a redeco of that Chromia. We have some Studio Series Air Razors. We have the War for Cybertron Bumblebee. We've got War for Cybertron Barricade. And we've got, that's Buzzworthy Bumblebee Bone Crusher. It's just a redeco. And then we've got lots of Cheetors that aren't getting shifted, apparently. Dark Moon Laserbeak. And then there's your big monk. That's the, I want to say Kingdom Primal reissue. And we've got some leader class figures here. Dark of the Moon Ironhide, Dark of the Moon Bumblebee, a slightly tipsy Dark of the Moon Sentinel Prime. Let's get him stood up. Studio Series, that's Grindor. We've got a RID Prime leader class, and of course the Ultimate Starscream from Transformers Cybertron. Very nice. And then we've got some masterpiece figures here. Octopus Primal, Artfire, I don't know who that is. No idea who that is. Bumblebee, Trailbreaker, some train bots as well. Nice stuff. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon and nobody has yet to buy the Transformers Cybertron Optimus Prime, and there is a wing saber right next to him. Now unfortunately the Prime is not complete, he does have some paint splattering on his legs as well. It's a bit of a pity, but otherwise it's in very good condition. And this wing saber looks to be in pristine condition too. No paint degradation on it at all, it looks very nice. I unfortunately don't have a use for it though. We've got kind of like Premiere Edition reissues, well not even reissues, but Premiere Edition versions of first movie Voyager class figures here. So you've got a Prime, a Megatron who is a nice metallic silver, that is actually quite beautiful compared to the original icy blue one. And then you've got the premium deco Ratchet there, and there is a Transformers Cybertron Unicron who I have reviewed on the channel already. Nice to see it mint, going for 45 quid though. I mean, considering the age of the figure, you know, it's acceptable. An Ironhide Bumblebee in the packages. Ooh, Conehead Seekers there, interesting. Hopefully we'll recognise this one. And that's a bit of deja vu, considering that we have looked on this on the channel already. Anti-Mutants, apparently, is this version of Cheetor. Transmetals 2. Interesting. I keep coming back to this stall because it's probably the most interesting one here, other than the big long one over there. I've just noticed this guy. This is the Battle Blades Optimus Prime from Hunt for the Decepticons. I genuinely think that this is probably the best Voyager class first, second, third movie Optimus that's out there. It's just a downscaled version of the ROTF Leader class. And, you know, that's such a good figure in its own right. This is 90 quid though. For me, too pricey, but, you know, it's a quality figure.
So let's take a look at some of the stuff that I bought, because me trying to show it off on Sunday, that was such a failure. So my shelf, in all of its overflowing glory, you can probably from here see the odd one or two people. There was this father and son duo at the convention with a stall. They operate under the banner of Bear's Toy Cave. I did try to mention them in the live stream, but I completely forgot about what their company was called. They are a father and son toy fair team, and here's a little interview that I did with the young lad.
This is mine and my dad's toy fair business. We're going to get a shop next week in Norwich. We are the Bears Toy Cave on Instagram. We started last October. It started as a hobby for me and my dad to save up to go to Japan. And then it turned out as crew. And a few months ago we were in NEC, doing the NEC you see in Birmingham. Then we're here. It's just growing very fast. Now we're getting a shop. It's very exciting. All very exciting. So
You have a spectacular range of figures on display here. I keep coming back. I think you're the vendor that I bought the most from.
That means a lot.
Yeah.
It shows we're doing something right. We just kind of winged it style. We just thought, yeah, we'll start off with my Nick's from In-Demand Toys in Norwich. That's always good for us. So we started off there, and I just really liked it. So he started buying, and we just got lucky with what we got. So yeah.
Awesome.
Just got lucky with the stock.
Do you have a physical store in Norwich, or are you online based? You're getting one.
We're going to have a website as well though. So, because my dad's main business is tree surgery, but his website doesn't get many jobs.
Right.
So it's more the Google pages to get him jobs. So he's going to shut down his trees and hedge website, and we're going to open the Bear Toy Cave on Sten as a website. So yeah, it's very exciting. It's happening very quick, but I'm up for it. He's up for it. We're excited, so it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
So if any of you are in Norwich and happen upon these guys when they've got a store, check them out. One
Yeah,
more
but-
time, your name for your business.
Bear's Toy Cave. We're gonna get shirts and cards soon. We just forgot, but we'll get them at some point, and then obviously it'll be a bit easier. So yeah, all exciting. Thank you for the
No problem.
So let's begin by looking at the two figures that I actually did get from them. Darksteel here. This was the first purchase I made of the day, and that was from them. And I've just wanted a version of the Dark of the Moon Sideswipe for quite a while, because Dan has the Dark of the Moon Sideswipe, but his has suffered major plastic degradation and decolorization and all of that. But if I wanted a version of that mold, it had to be Darksteel. I wanted a Darksteel. I'm happy I've got a Darksteel. He's cool. He is cool. He's fun. He's so fun. And then the second one I got from them was this redeco of Nest Global Alliance Brawn from Revenge of the Fallen, and this is Fallback from the Hunt for the Decepticons line. And yeah, I mean, I prefer the the Brawn colorization, and I actually did find a proper Brawn. But as you can see in this footage, there was something a little bit wrong with him.
Okay, so I found a redeco of Revenge of the Fallen Brawn, but the original guy's right here and he's missing half his part. No! What a shame. Oh well, this guy's here at least, he's complete.
Yeah, he'd done a Darth Maul. That sucks. I'm so upset about that, because I would have gone for him. But at least I've got the mould now. This mould, well, I mean, it's very kibbly. You can see all of this junk he's got everywhere. But there's just something about it which I can't quite explain that I really do like. I don't know, it's just a very easy transformation. He's got a very interesting design. I prefer the Brawn colours, but still, I'm happy. I like him. He's weird, he's goofy, but I like him. So next up, we're going to look at two figures that I got from a very, very interesting display. That was about midway through the hall, and I'll let past me explain what that's all about.
I just remain astounded by the just variety on display here. And it's actually really well thought out, because you've got your movie stuff here, and when you come down the line and you start going back in time, there's Transformers Prime stuff there, and then you come across to this table and you start meeting Unicron Trilogy stuff, so Cybertron, Energon, Armada, and you go even further back and you're hitting Beast Wars and you're hitting G1. This is a very cleverly designed row going along here, and I think that these are all different businesses as well. They are just complementing each other very, very nicely. I believe these ones over here are doing something for charity. I think any money that they get here is all going toward a charitable cause. I'm afraid I'm not sure which one it is, but either way, it's nice to know that that kind of thing is happening. There's a nice mind wipe at the back there. It's an interesting Voyager class figure. Once upon a time I might have entertained getting that. Not particularly now. I think it's just average. I don't think it's anything remarkable. But it's solid enough. And yeah, it's crazy seeing all of this.
I sought out a figure that I've been looking at for quite a while and wanting for this purpose. It's the top guy here. This is Energon Downshift, and I wanted him for so long just to pull off some of this rubbish. Once again, here's some photos of me experimenting. He's tight though, his joints are so tight, he's been very well looked after. And I've seen many downshifts out there that have started degrading in plastic quality and in paint. Fortunately, this guy, he's nice. He's very nice still. He's a bit like a brick, honestly. In terms of articulation and all of that, leaves quite a lot to be desired. But I like the design. There we go. That's our downshift wheeljack, cliff jumper, whatever his name is, because the show itself couldn't decide what his name was. So there we go. Well, you can see his light piping in action, like that. Yeah, he's cool in his own right. And then I made an inquiry because I was desperately looking for a certain figure, and I couldn't find it anywhere at all. It was not on display on this massive line of figures. And so I asked a guy there, do you by chance happen to have Generations Warpath? Not the new one, the old one, from the same line that Universe Cyclonus came from. It actually might be Universe Warpath. I know, I've got Generations in my head for him. But anyway, he had a look, and lo and behold, in a box, not set out yet, here he is! He had him! I love this thing. He's so fun. He's so gimmicky. Like this addictive head reveal thing he's got going on. If I just show you here. Watch. Oh, that's so fun. I love that. His engineering is so clever and a lot of thought was put into this guy. And yeah, I mean, articulation also is awesome. He is awesome. This figure is just mwah, chef's kiss to him. So I'm very much looking forward to playing about with this guy more and doing a review on him because God, he's good. God, he's good. So the penultimate one that we'll look at is this guy. Yeah, it's another Seeker. Sue me. I mean, I love the classic Seeker mold. And I found Dirge. I actually found Thrust as well. I could have had all 3 cone heads in my collection, but unfortunately, every single version of Thrust that I came across had a defect of some kind, whether it was a wing missing or a really wibbly wing as well. I found Classic's Thundercracker. His wing was concerningly wibbly, so I passed on him. And then Dirge here, who is in very, very nice condition. My only fear about him is like a hairline split there, but it doesn't look like it's going to break apart anytime soon. It's just the makings of one. But yeah, he's not too loose in the joints. He's a tiny bit, but not too terribly much. Overall, he's in very, very pristine condition. And then the last thing, I finally got the proper version of this guy. Now, by the time you see this video, it won't have come out yet, but I have reviewed an upscale KO version of this guy. This is the KO upscale that I got for Christmas, courtesy of Dan. And then this is the real guy that I found at the convention. And, you know, what I will say is, while this guy here, the KO, has a better paint job, this guy is infinitely better. Infinitely better. It's not even a contest. And yet they are the same mould, just one is an upscale. This one. Just disconnected a back panel, whoops. But this one, for proper, in this case, it's not like the Last Night Megatron where I said that the KO is equally as good. In this case, spoilers, the proper one is the better one. And you'll see in the review for this guy how many issues he's got. It's a case where an upscale does not work. Which is a pity because the KO here uses the paint from the Takara version. So hence why it looks nicer, and it's got die-cast metal. But I'm so glad to actually have the proper one because there was a reason I like this mold. And having the KO one made me question, is this mold actually all that? Is it as good as I think it is? And now that I've played with the proper one, yeah, it is. I love it. It's a lot of fun. Very easy to transform, just an overall good time. One thing I didn't think to look for, and I wish I had, but I didn't see it. Remember my Cybertron Beast Mode Optimus Prime here? He's missing his surfboard. I've got the Cyber Key, I've got the missile, but I don't have the surfboard. And if I'd remembered to look for it, I would have looked for it. Because I was looking for Rise of the Beasts mainline Wheeljack as well. And I couldn't find him anywhere, but I've ordered him today. So hopefully he'll get here in the next couple of days. But if anybody has the surfboard for this guy or knows if I can get it, please hit me up. Because I do desperately want to have this guy complete. But that, ladies and jelly beans, is my look and reminiscence about TFNation 2023. It was a good time overall. Sad that I didn't run into any other YouTubers, but I spoke to David Soberloff and had a very good time looking through the toys on offer there. And I will consider going. That's a word. Consider going. I will consider going. That's what I'm trying to say. To next year as well. I certainly am eyeing up a toy fair in Leicester in October. So I'll have a little nosy around there probably. And we'll see what we get. I need to cut back though. I desperately need to cut back. I've got several Star Wars Black Series figures on pre-order. I don't know where I'm going with this for. We've got plenty of stuff in the pipeline and there's still plenty of stuff to review. I don't want the channel to forever be specifically toy reviews. I do want to have experimental content on there. It is meant to be a variety channel. Please, everyone, I implore you to give the other content we make a chance if you are here purely for the reviews. I want this variety channel concept to work, to prove the algorithm wrong and everything. I want a central hub for everything. So I implore you all to give the other content a chance if you haven't checked it out already. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. It's just me goofing around with my friends, dabbling into other bits and bobs here and there. We have a good time. That's the most important thing. So there we go, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out this video, and I hope it's been a bit more insightful than that botched attempt at a live stream. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and share this around to help out the channel. And until next time, see you all later.